Hello and welcome to the another video of Pharmaceutical Scientists. So today we'll see about the good warehouse practice part 2. In the part 1 we have seen various details about the good warehouse practices. What does it means? What does it carries? What are different requirements for the initial purpose of the good warehouse practice? So now we will see the different requirements as per the Code of Federal Regulations, different parts CFR. So let's get started to the main content. Section of CFR 211.82 Receipt and storage of untested containers, drug product containers and closures. So whatever document or whatever information I am going to share here is as per the Code of Federal Regulations or as per the international regulations. I am not going to anything add or anything remove from my side. This is the requirement of a standard pharmaceutical organization. So if you understood this, this is well enough to get into any pharmaceutical company. So what does first point says? Upon receipt and before acceptance, each container or grouping of containers of components, drug product containers and closures shall be examined visually for appropriate labeling as to contents, container damage or broken seals and contamination. So right, as you can see in the image on the right side, so whatever the products we are receiving, whatever the products we are storing or whatever the products we are receiving should be properly checked for their labels, because right, if the labels are not proper, how we are going to store that, right, how we are going to maintain the stock of that, how we are going to dispatch that material, how we are going to reply to the inspector when they inspect our warehouse, right? So this is going to be a very big trouble if we are not going to check the labels and if we are not going to store them properly. So everything depends on the proper labels and proper containers, closures, damages if any present, it should be notified immediately. Next is receiving and dispatch base should product materials and products from the weather, right? I will explain this. Reception area should be designed and equipment to follow containers of incoming materials and pharmaceutical products to be cleared if necessary before storage. So right, as you can see in the picture, whenever we are shifting products from the container to the a big container to the storage area, we should properly examine the temperature or the weather around us. If it is temperature is more, we should arrange for the ambient temperature. If it is raining very heavily, we should be very sure that it doesn't damage our the small packages, the small cartons which are very susceptible to the rainy season or very susceptible to the water moisture content. So it should be properly managed. If you see this image, it sometimes rains in containers. This comes from condensation that forms on the walls and ceiling. So we should have to arrange in such a way the container inside that it should not condense and it should not form water onto the inside package present in the containers. So we should be very careful and what is the best AC we can provide, best storage area we can provide. Anything present in the pharmaceutical storage area should be properly monitored, should be properly examined and should be properly taken care of. Receipt of materials, we have seen about few of the things about storage or shifting. Now receipt of materials. So whenever we are receiving, what does care we have to follow? Cleaning with cloth or duster. There is no harm in clean the pharmaceutical products with the cloth or duster, as you see in the image. Cleaning by using a vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner person will clean the pharmaceutical products or the storage area or the racks or the containers properly with a vacuum cleaner if possible. Use of air curtains and air tunnels. This is very important nowadays because there would be a small microbes, small microorganisms which we will not be knowing that how it has been entered into our warehouse area. So if you know, if you have seen in the malls or if you have seen in the very good quality shops where they will keep the air curtains, right, or blind curtains also we call that, where those all the microbes when we enter it will be washed out, it will be removed from our body, so our storage area is safe. So in that way, or if you can see in the image on the right, extreme right, heat, cold, right, fumes, insects, dust, smoke, everything it can protect if we are keeping a proper curtains. So this is also very important. On receipt, each incoming delivery should be checked against the relevant purchase order and each container physically verified, like the label description, batch number, type of material of pharmaceutical product and quantity. Already I have mentioned this. Everything when we are receiving, it should be checked beforehand. It should not like that, okay, we will store this thing and then later on we will check. It may create a discrepancy between the products what we have received and what we have in our store area. This will create a big trouble for the store manager. The consignment should be examined by uniformity of the examined for the uniformity of the containers, and if necessary should be subdivided according to the supplier's batch number. So batch number should be properly maintained and it should be matched with the supplier's batch number, because finally we have to tally or we have to match with that only, because those are the reference batch number what we have received. All containers should be clearly labeled with at least the name of the materials, the batch number, the expiry, the retest date, specified storage conditions, and reference to the pharmacopoeia wherever applicable. Already we have described this, but this is more in detail. Unauthorized abbreviations, names or codes should not be used. Like sometimes we will use a very short abbreviations or short codes for our easiness, for our comfort, but that should not be used in a pharma company, because it may lead to a confusion for the other person who is taking over the another shift, or if we are seeing over after 6 months, 1 year, it may create a confusion, so we should not do that. Broken or damaged items should be withdrawn from the usable stocks and separated. So whenever we are receiving the material, it should be checked that it is not broken. I mean, if broken, it should be separate from the storage area. It should not be allowed to keep in our area, because it might be that the broken products may leak that materials from the box to the outside, or it can be possible that microbes can be transferred from outside to inside to that products. So in any case, it should not be kept with us. It should be handled in a different way. It should be maintained that okay, these products are broken, these are these, and then it should be notified to the supervisor. Written instructions and records should be available which documents all activities in the storage area, including the handling of expired materials or expired stock. So whatever the expired stock are there, that should be very carefully handled, because those are not allowable or those are not used in the laboratory. So we should keep it separate, and whenever we are going to dispatch the materials, it should be recorded properly in the written form, in the documented form, and then it should be discarded. So this is the process of the expired materials, because using expired materials may create uh, trouble for the laboratory persons, because their analysis may go wrong, right? And if their analysis also goes wrong, the pharmaceutical product outcome of that will be very bad, right? It is not good for the patient's health. Everything whatever we are doing for the patient health and patient safety, so we should not play with that. In any case, any expired material is there, it should be discarded. They should be properly describe the storage procedures and define the routes of materials and pharmaceutical products and information through the organization in the event of product recall being required. So the person working in the lab should have proper knowledge, or the storage area should have proper knowledge the storage procedures and the route of materials, from where it came, how it is made, few information, not all, because there will be thousands of products. For information regarding that cannot be possible to remember. It can be document in online form, in the electronic form, but should have knowledge to the store person. And in any case, it should be recalled from the lab or from the market or from the anywhere or from any other storage area, then they should have proper knowledge that from where it came, how it was stored previously, and why it is being recalled. Permanent information, written or electronic, should exist for each storage material or product, indicating recommended storage condition, any precautions to be observed, and retest dates. As I mentioned earlier, SOP, standard operating procedure, should be there in place for each and every storage samples or materials and storage conditions, and who is storing, when they are storing, when they have received, when they are dispatching, when they are discarding, when it is expired, when it is made, the batch number, lot number, everything should be mentioned as you see in this form. Sorry for that, it is not much clear, but yes, we have to maintain in such a way. Record should be kept for each delivery and blah blah blah. You can read this out as I have already said. So this is all about the storage and the general requirements for the good warehouse practices part 2. If you like this video, share with your friends, with your colleagues, and keep watching out for another videos and we have another informative videos present in our channel. If you like, please go and check out. Thanks. If you have another requirement, please do comment in the comment box. Thank you.